This game came down to one Elder flip. In the land of the free, two powerhouses of League are facing off for the title. In this action-packed series, C9 and FlyQuest went blow for blow picking up wins. Now it comes down to their final game, and gosh, it didn't disappoint. We had insane assassinations, huge teamfight ultimates, and let's not forget that Elder flip. So grab your popcorn. This game's gonna be a crazy one. As soon as everyone hops into their chairs, the draft begins. With it being game 5, all champions both teams picked previously are off the table. That's 40 different champions. Coming into the game, you can't really have a set game plan. You have to just do it on the fly. And honestly, these comps work. Both teams did pretty well here. C9's comp has a tank top, engaged jungler, AP mid, and the classic Kalista Renata bot lane. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised Fly allowed them to have this bot lane. It is so broken. But Zath, C9 must have a counter for it, right? Yes, random viewer, they do. They went for Caitlyn Elise. Huh? Okay, I can see this working. So Kalista Renata is a heavy kill lane, but they have a short range. It's all about getting on top of your opponent, stacking these Kalista spears, and finding the kill. While for FlyQuest bot lane, they have longer range with Caitlyn and can escape with the net, keeping her pretty safe in lane. Also, Elise is the best damage support in the game, so you hit a cocoon, add a trap onto them, and boom, dead Kalista. It's a minute into the game, and C9 Blabber isn't starting on his own caps. He's actually invaded the enemy bot lane to steal the blue buff. This is genius from C9 as they started splitting the map. What this means is J4 can always be near his bot lane as he can take 2 quadrants of the jungles. And we all know from solo queue that your bot laners usually act like monkeys and want to fight straight away. And literally 2 minutes later, C9 do just that.
As we're going to see, there's a bit of a cocoon. Lots of burst damage down to Vulcan. The headshot is out. Vulcan is down. FlyQuest, first blood.
And we can't even be sad at J4, he was just trying to take his chickens and his support is dead. But the main reason Vulcan died is he wasn't expecting the damage combo from the bot lane. The aftermath of all of this is Caitlyn gets a shiny new BF sword, while Kalista is just begging on the streets for anything she can get. This is important as Dragon is about to spawn and both teams want to contest it. Fly honestly don't care much about getting the dragon, they just want to stop C9 from having it, as C9's comp thrives in a 5 versus 5 fight, while for FlyQuest they just want to pick people off and get a gold lead. Brippo TPs towards bot lane to get the push, but he TPs straight onto C9's bot lane? Is he okay? He tries to run away using flash, he gets out and wait a minute, this is a bait! Brippo has backup, his mid and jungle are here and they just decimate Vulcan again. Fly had just stopped the dragon, or so they think, as Vulcan respawns and thinks to himself, yeah, I'm gonna run and fight again. Man, Vulcan is like me in solo queue, I swear. Run and fight everything. C9 starts up the drag again, as Fly look to find an Elise combo with the Gragas ultimate to stop it. But Brippo whiffs the ult, and Fly has to give the dragon because of it, and even at the end of their fight, Bucio dies to the Kalista. This one play has just put a stop to the snowballing of FlyQuest. My problem with this play though is where Caitlyn was. She had that shiny new BF sword she just brought and she's here in a random tank top laner. I really think Fly could have had her in the fight and it could have gone completely differently. And they agree, as a couple minutes later, both teams head up for the Void Grubs. Fly needs these badly. It helps them take towers quickly, giving themselves a chance of a gold lead. Especially with Caitlyn on their team, it's a no-brainer. Fly's biggest goal in this fight is to pick off the enemy jungle so he can't smite away any of these grubs. Blabber tanks the first ace of the hole from Caitlyn, then Inspire jumps in and Bucio finds a cocoon onto Blabber. Blabber EQs away and ults quad to get to safety. He's out, but with no HP left, Fly secure themselves 2 of those Void Grubs. Wait, 2? Blabber at the start of the fight was actually able to smite one away before Fly collapsed, and this is huge, as now when C9 look to take dragons, Fly will take longer to get these outer towers. This pays off as at 12 minutes, C9 look for their second dragon while FlyQuest get tower plates. Brippo has already got 4 towards the top side and finishes off the tower just a couple minutes later. This does a couple things to their comp. FlyQuest is trying to get enough gold to let their bugs assassinate anyone on the map, and with less towers as well, it means less vision, so it's even easier to do that. Fly uses this perfectly, with Brippo yet again baiting himself to make C9 think they're safe, but the Bug Life duo was hiding in the fog. Using Kha'Zix's infis, they get right on top of Sven and assassinate him. C9 used double TP to try and save this. Blabber ults the bugs, forcing them to use flash and Car's dash. This sets up for the fattest Renata ult I've ever seen. A triple kill goes over to Loki and they get themselves the rift held from it. Every time FlyQuest try to get a lead, C9 grabs the bug repellent and puts them in their place. This is worse than you think for Fly. Their comp needs a lead to succeed and time's running out. C9 are now only 2 dragons away from that soul. Hey, make sure to like and subscribe. I love League of Legends and esports and want to make this a full-time career, so every little helps. And I'm sorry for pausing the video. Enjoy the rest of it. In League, you never give up 3 dragons, as you can accidentally lose it to a random smite or Kalista end. Fly has been put in an awkward situation as they look to find a pick bot side. By the way, this is crazy. Brippo is behind that wall. Even though it seems like Loki has vision, he doesn't, and Brippo flash ults him into Elise and they find a pick. I guess having 3 kills from the last fight doesn't mean you can help yourself against Riot's buggy code. With the pick, C9 still look to grab the dragon. They have a guaranteed Drake with Kalista Pool and Smite if they can get in there. C9 in mid place the Rift Tail down to flush out FlyQuest. 3 members respond, giving C9 an opportunity to walk into the dragon for free. Fly is trying to stay as a meatball and start this dragon up. Thanatos, Vulcan and Blabber are holding these choke points to let Kalista stack these spears.
Drake, but they've only got 4 men alive. Loki does not have teleport when he respawns to try to participate here. Thanatos gonna get stunned up here at the very start. Inspired's gotta be a little bit careful. Still looking to maybe try to steal away the Drake. Thanatos down to about 1/4 HP. Dragon still in control for the side of C9. They will secure it, but what about the rest of the fight? Inspired gets away, but Quad's got the kill on the Vulcan. Blabber goes over the wall and takes Inspired out. Blabber now still on the run, but the ace in the hold guarantees he's not going far. Whippo with a beautiful explosive cast to stop the escape for Thanatos and Sven. Cassante and Kalista might be tough, but it's hard to get away from one of these. A perfect all out through the wall from Thanatos to make sure that he takes Quad with him. It's a bloodbath in the bottom side of the map.
C9 pick up the dragon, but at what cost? All 4 members died and Fly's comp thrives on having that gold lead. This play only pays off for C9 if they can grab themselves the soul as well, but it's harder than before and it's still 5 minutes away. This rift has just turned into a nightmare for C9. They can't walk anywhere without the fear of being killed. Just as I say that, C9 has the worst possible case scenario. They die in their own jungle and lose Atacam because of it. C9 needs to hit the brakes fast. FlyQuest is starting to pull ahead, especially Whippo, who's a full item up on his lane opponent. C9 survives till the dragon spawns and walks in. Fly is spread wide and is looking to pick off the enemies from the side. Brippo, already on that flank, looks for C9's backline, but Vulcan Flash catches him. They get the kill, but they still need this dragon. With Brippo taking so much time, the dragon's on half HP and it's a smite fight. Inspired grabs it, and C9 don't get the soul they were banking on. Even though C9 found the pick onto Gragas, I'm not sure it's the correct play. To secure the Drake for C9, they need Kalista Rend plus Jarvan Smite, as it deals more damage than Kha'Zix can ever do. The problem is, when it's a pure one-on-one, it comes down to the ability damage plus the smite, and Kha'Zix using the W and the smite to get the dragon deals more than Blabber ever could, and this one mistake cost C9 that dragon. But they aren't giving up yet. The game's hit 25 minutes and the Barons just spawned. C9 are looking to force another fight so they can't get caught out in the side lanes. If they get Baron, FlyQuest doesn't have any good answers for these minions. C9 walk up and start here, and they even force Quad's TP. They need to protect this Kalista for the Smite Rend combo. Brippo on the side wants to stop this and one-shot the Kalista. He finds it, stopping the Baron, and C9 are forced to trade towers with FlyQuest. Damn, this game is getting so intense. One small mistake could be the change in this game. With the dragon still 1 minute away, it's time to go for that Baron again. I guess second time's the charm for C9. Wait, Zath, isn't this just a repeat? Brippo is in the exact same position as before. Yeah, he is, but he has no flash this time, so he can't get over this part of the wall, so Sven's safe. He's stacking those spears and C9 secure the Baron, but can they get out safely? Brippo finds Jarvan and the rest of the team looks to try and stop them from escaping, but they don't have another go button. This is the issue with FlyQuest comp. They have damage for days, but they got no great engage tool outside of that Grag Assault. C9 get out and they lose the dragon again because of it. C9 need to make good use of this objective, or I swear to God, I don't think they're ever getting this dragon. Alright, let me explain why this dragon is so important for C9. We all know it gives you a buff, but it actually gives 11% damage increase and 11% damage reduction when you're below 50 HP. It can turn 1000 damage into 1100 or reduce 1000 damage taken to 900. Plus the buffs from other drakes is kind of a no-brainer, you want it. And if you're gonna tell me, oh, but there's assassins that gonna one-shot somebody, you still have that Renatus bailout which it works with, giving you a chance to survive. But maybe C9 are so good with this Baron, as we know flyquests aren't clearing these waves. I guess we have to find out. They set up in a 1-4 formation, looking to get gold from these outer towers. Thanatos is in mid solo, but with 2 items he isn't easy to kill. Fly do the usual and look to pick someone off. They go for Thanatos, but he procs it all out early and gets onto Masu. He is forced to flash out as Blabber joins to get his top laner to safety, but then all of his teammates arrive, going onto Brippo, killing him, and C9 got 2 towers. But more importantly, they get that flash out the AD carry and vision in the enemy jungle. This whole game, flyquests have had the upper hand vision-wise and they've used it to find picks, but now for the first time C9 has vision control. This makes it difficult to find picks and contest that 6th dragon. Blabber looks to use this vision to find a pick onto Masu, but he gets a clutch net away, not letting Blabber find his Cataclysm. If that landed, this game was completely over, but with it missing and Vulcan wasting ult, Fly can use this to contest that dragon. Brippo, knowing this, ults Blabber in and they kill the enemy jungler. And with a 3 item Caitlyn, Fly wins the fight and gets the dragon, and even afterwards grabs the Baron for themselves. Both teams are now only 1 dragon away from that soul. I've been hyping up this soul for so long now. Please, can someone finally take it? For the next couple minutes, Fly grab top tier 2 and mid tier 2, but nothing else. The major thing again is they have vision for this objective. Caitlyn has gone from that lonely BF sword all the way to her 4th item, and it comes down to this.
FlyQuest starting at the objective, laying down the Caitlyn traps, looking to draw their battle lines here as C9 goes for the approach. Vulcan coming around from the side, looking for an angle for the hostile takeover, but he will not find it. Blabber walks in between the traps as Busio already has to cast the repel. Thanatos wants to position himself here on the front line as Whippo is wrapping around the back, but he still doesn't have the explosive cast ready. Loki nearly killed by Inspired, but close isn't going to be good enough. Hostile takeover doesn't find a lot of anything. Blabber's looking to trap everybody, but he's already going to be knocked down. The Guardian Angel needs to bring him back. Thanatos making so much space. Whippo has already absorbed the Spiraling Despair, but Inspired is down. Sven trying to get the kill back onto the Gragas as Thanatos will fall to quad. It's 2 down on both sides. Jungler and top as FlyQuest maintain control of the bot side river.
FlyQuest just secured their 4th dragon in the row and now in a position to take a full 5 versus 5 fight against C9 and win out. C9 are now in the gutter. They lost their win con and can't lose this Baron as well. With Victor and Caitlyn range, these towers are going to get cooked, so they got to go for a desperation play. They start the Baron and try to catch FlyQuest off guard. Remember, they have Kalista Rend plus Smite. All they need is a bit of time on this Baron. But Fly, they're already collapsing. Inspired on the side is looking for a pick and almost blows up Vulcan. Redemption comes down and they need to finish off this Baron, but Brippo hits an ult onto Sven and he's chunked to half HP. Fly has just stopped the Baron damage and C9 needs to escape. Thanatos goes down and Fly gets the Baron. All they need to do is get these outer towers and flood the enemy base with minions. If this happens, the game is over as they rush 5-man mid and get the first inhibitor. They look for the bottom inhibitor afterwards, where Brippo looks for the cask onto Fen, but he jumps back at the last moment to survive. But with him chunked, the inhib goes down and Fly looks to try and end this game.
The Hui will not lock up the enemy carry, and Masu continues spacing beautifully. Thanatos, half HP missing at this stage in the fight, and FlyQuest are waiting again on more minions. Explosive task is going to find the angle they want. Blabber tries to go in. He's caught up and shot down. Guardian Angel should not be enough. Hostile takeover in Masu. He's trying to get away from it, but Sven with a massive shutdown. C9 hold the line.
They survived the push. Sven from almost dead to being the savior of C9. No wonder this guy's been at the team for 4+ years. C9 has lost their main win con of the Dragon Soul. But there's one dragon I forgot to mention. It's the Elder Dragon. You know, the one in the thumbnail? This buff executes people on low HP, and it can be the way back for C9. They start it up and they are rushing it. But what is happening topside?
See that?
smash!
doesn't know what's happening.
They're gonna get in!
flyquest has made their way into the base. Whippo and Quad,
They're gonna
the
do
two
it!
massive AP threats. Bucio's just going in to waste their time. The back door should work. The shutdown on Bucio doesn't matter. flyquest were first all season long, and from the upper bracket, they will earn themselves their victory in Split 2 and their place at MSI.
You can just see the emotions on their faces after winning that game. flyquest are officially the best team in North America, and in a week's time they are going against the best teams in the world at MSI. I'm going to be making videos on that tournament, so make sure to comment down below your favorite teams and make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. Except for that, I can't believe what happened at that Elder, and have a good day.